There was a couple of Instagram accounts in 2018, 2019, and I think even this year that released blacklists to protect models from sexual assault and people with, as you would call it, like ill motives.
I think it was Shit Model Management.
Shit Model Management was the first one to really break the blacklist. Did you know any of these of the people named on this list?
Yeah. So there's a catch-22 with this thing. Yep. Like it's I think the intention was right.
Yep.
You know, I think the purpose was there because even with like girlfriends of mine that are new to the industry, you know, guys too, don't get me wrong, but obviously like I feel like a lot of this has been, you know, women being vulnerable to like just ugly men in this space. Yep. You know, I mean a lot of them that are like new to this industry and they're about to pop off and they find themselves in rooms with people where I'm like, yo, like you might, you know, like can't say anything for certain, but like be careful with that guy, be careful with this person, that kind of thing. So I think the intention of the list was great. The only problem is that, you know, I've been told, and based on like my own personal experience with certain people named, it kind of seemed like there was a lot of people thrown on and there wasn't enough validation as to like, you know, did this actually happen?
Yeah.
And I think that happens with a lot of celebrities. I mean, how many people just get like attacked on Twitter because someone on TikTok or whatever just made something up.
And it turns into a thing.
Like
it
just
becomes news.
Yeah, just made something up and it's trending and it's this huge thing and it's like, yo, like people just they wanna cling on to something. They want, you know, and I think in this situation it's different. I don't think it was necessarily like clinging on to, oh yeah, fuck that guy. But it was very much like, you know, they build this list and it's powerful. It worked. It shut down a lot of people.
Completely devastated some major photographers. And it also like to your point, like this was a part of very much fell under the umbrella of Believe All Women, which we, you know, are supporters
of. Which we should.
But what they did do with this list that I thought I guess was helpful was they did mark some with an asterisk that were mentioned more than 3 times. So like once you start to see this repetition in this system of mentioning these people, yo, this person tried to do this person tried to do this, like how many times do you think is ironic or coincidental before it turns into an actual thing?
So that's the problem. That's like, I wish there was a way to like really, you know, make this something that was 100% reliable. I think in a lot of ways it was, but the issue is that, you know, not naming names, but I did know people that got put on and got an asterisk next to them, and like word to word, like knowing 95% of the people they've worked with, not one person has anything bad to say.
Right.
And then them showing me, like, you know, there was this thing of, I think one photographer's posting, like, screenshots of him reaching out to the account, being like, you know, like, they posted, tagged every girl they've worked with, like, somebody says something bad to me, reaching out to the account, like, hey, like, you got to take my name off this list. Yeah. And then the account being like, you know, kind of like, fuck you, and then putting in an asterisk next to their name as in, like, don't come after us. Oh, I mean, that... maybe part of that speculation, that's what I was hearing. It was like a lot going on. I'd like to believe that's, you know, that there's something to it, but I don't know. It's a crazy world we're living in. I think there's a lot of good in it. Like I think it's something that should happen, and I love this idea of, you know, people in such a vulnerable, intimate space having that sense of like, okay, like don't fuck with me. Like people will come after you. Like I'm protected.
For sure.
But at the same time, it's like cancel culture is a power trip to a lot of people. I mean, it could be a power trip to just some 12-year-old sitting in their living room that goes and writes some shit and it picks up. And then all of a sudden there's like this completely fabricated story that takes someone out that didn't do anything wrong. And like, I can't imagine what that would feel like.
Horrible.